right, so let's talk about finishing an armbar. And for starters, if you're still under the impression that he was actually attempting to finish the armbar here, I apologize, but you're an idiot. He wanted to knock him out. That's exactly what he did. But it does bring up the good discussion of what are some of the mechanics that we need to actually finish the armbar. We're not going to talk about the defense or how to separate the arms if he's actively defending it. We can do that in a different video. But you've got the arm, you're able to start coming back. What are some of the details that we need to make sure that we have? First and foremost, the pinch. In my opinion, the pinch is probably one of the biggest details here because of the fact that it prevents this shoulder from coming up. If I just have kind of like my hips out or my legs like this and I just start cranking down, even if I'm like coming all the way down here, if his shoulder has room to move, either he's going to be able to kind of come up into me or lay back down. As I put pressure, he's going to be able to just kind of work this shoulder up, and eventually he's going to be able to work himself out of there. So I want to make sure that I have a good pinch so that his shoulder has nowhere to go, so that now if I start pulling down, you're already starting to get some of that braking mechanic in place. And again, I can feel his shoulder coming up a little bit, and then it stops as it feels resistance. So in my opinion, having a good pinch, we call that like the bite. So even when we're here and he is actively defending, have that good bite so that this arm is trapped, and now I can work on doing what I need to do to separate it. So that's the first one. What your feet do, whether you want to cross them, whether you want to bite down, whether you want to have one leg up and over, lift your head up for a second. If I want one leg up and over like this, if I want to go posting on the collarbone method, there's a lot of different things that I can do with my feet. That's just going to come on your experience. You're going to hear all the time, oh, don't cross your feet. You can absolutely cross your feet as long as the pinch is there and I'm still putting pressure down. So don't think that this has to be one specific way. It kind of just is going to depend on the circumstances. So for instance, if I were to start breaking the arm down this way and I just had my legs pinched, a common escape for him to do in this position is a hitchhiker. Thumb's gonna be up, he's gonna turn, belly out, and he's gonna work himself all the way around, right? Common defense. If I go the other way, he can go reverse, and he's gonna start going towards, belly down towards me. He's gonna start working his way up this way. This is a perfect opportunity where even if I'm pinching, if I feel him starting to come up like that, I'm going to figure for my feet, trap the shoulder, and again, I can still get the pressure. So just understand, your feet might have to make minor adjustments depending on how this person's actively trying to defend it. The bigger detail, again, have a good pinch, and then just work your feet as needed to control what you need to do from there. Now, breaking mechanics with the actual arm. I personally don't like holding the arm on my belly because of the fact that I'm limited on the amount of space that I have to actually pull the arm down. This is the most that I can pull it down. It is hitting my stomach and my chest. I can't pull it any further, which would require me to start hipping up. You can obviously still get a tap and a break from there. However, if I were to pull the arm off to my hip a little bit more, I have a lot more room that I have to be able to pull this arm down. So if this guy's really stubborn, I'll relax my legs a little bit. If he's really stubborn, I could literally just shove this arm all the way down and get even more braking power. So to me personally, once you fall back with the arm, which I still believe you should fall back with the arm to your chest just to make sure that you secure it, you should automatically switch it to the far hip. If I'm attacking the right arm, it goes to my right hip. If I'm attacking the left arm, it goes to my left hip. Opposite side, right? Again, if I go to the same side, you can still work. Common defense is going to be the hitchhike, so just bear that in mind, right? So pull it down to that far hip, and I can make those adjustments to where now I'm not just pulling it, but I can literally start kind of pushing it towards the floor, still adding in the pinch, still hipping up, putting that all together. Now, one other tiny little detail, over the years you'll hear commonly when people are first starting this and we're working on arm bars, you want the thumb pointed towards the sky, which is absolutely correct in a sense, because that is the way that's going to keep the elbow flexed to the point where I can actually break it. However, if his thumb is pointed up, his elbow is also in a position that he could easily just pop it out to one side and bend the elbow to start defending the armbar. So a better option is that once we do bring this arm back, turn so his palm is facing the ceiling, because now if he were to try turning his elbow in any which direction to escape, it's completely locked. If I go thumb up and he tries turning his elbow, he has a little bit more ability to turn and start bending it. So again, once you bring the arm back, turn so that palm is facing up, then we move it to our opposite hip. Again, opposite of what we're attacking, right arm, right hip, still have a tight pinch, bite down with those heels, and literally just start driving that arm to the floor. If you want to add in the added pressure, again, we hip up. Go train, stay safe.